sessions, you had meditations, invitations, and all of those stuff that happened. And it was so beautiful to get into that journey. Um, it was really beautiful. And for us, it so happened that the course was for around 3 months. And just before the last session, I conceived. And the story for our conception was also very, how do you say, it was very intriguing because it was my daughter who first told me that I had
Oh,
conceived.
your
Yeah,
older child.
yeah, my older child.
Huh.
So, and yeah, to go back a little bit, when I came to know about Babaji, I started connecting with the team. And I had also known that my daughter had already been attending Gurukulam classes. And I didn't know that it stemmed from the same team. So Babaji was the head of all of that. So somehow she was already connected to Babaji before even I knew it, right? And that's how, even with the pregnancy, she was the one who announced it first to me. So I was already a week or so late. And she came to me and she touched my belly and she was like, the baby's here. And,
Wow.
and I was a bit in shock. I was a bit excited. I was like, oh, probably because she has told it, then it would be true. The next day, immediately, I was super excited to test and I tested negative. So I was a bit disappointed, but I was like, probably I'm just reading too much into my child. Like, she might just have said it because I was sitting down. And we've been doing the practice. Like, she has also been involved in the practice of, meditating along with us and everything. And we've been doing this practice for 4 months. But the weirdest part was during the 4 months, she didn't do anything. Like, she didn't come up and tell about it. And suddenly that day, she was like, the baby is here. The next day also she came and she told me the baby is here, and I was like, okay, let's not feed into her fantasy too much. So I just told her, no, Teju, the baby is not here yet. And she was like, no, the baby is here. And she was around 6 at that age. So she would come, she would touch my belly every day in the night, and she would chant all the shlokas, all the mantras that she knew. I was like, okay, this is getting too much. But after around 10 days or 2 weeks, I tested positive. So, yeah, that was a very, heart touching moment for me that she knew. So, even today, she'll tell Bhargava, you know what? I knew that you're so close to me. I knew I was the first person to know that you're here.
Yeah.
So
What was
that's
the
how.
reaction, Purnama, when you told? What was Teju's reaction when you
She
told?
was like, she was the first person I told to. Like, I tested around 4 in the morning and I woke her up and she was so happy. She was like, I told you this, the baby's here. I told you the baby's here. So
Yeah, her test proved to be more right than the medical test that you took.
true, true.
Correct.
And yeah, it was an amazing experience. Yeah, it was surreal actually for